Good morning, pregame crew. It is Tuesday, March 29th, 2022, 8:22 a.m. Eastern, 6:22 a.m. Mountain Time. You have found yourself at the pregame show. If you're listening in later in the day, you may want to fast forward about 8 minutes to this clock says 6:30. Then I will start going over the indices, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. Good morning. Audio visual check, please. There we go, Chuck. Thank you. All done. Hey, my girl Tammy, Greg, Amara, Asia, Topher, Blue Dog, thank you for being here and modding, Blue Dog. Hi, Joe, Night Truck, thank you so much for the happy vacation wishes. Hey, Matthew. Sure. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Mary. What's up? Okay, look at wheat. I take request at the beginning, just kind of warming up for the show, waiting for people to hop on. I take request. And then again, in 7 minutes, I'll start with the market coverage, rip through about 25 charts in 25 minutes. Okay, wheat is coming down. We have peace talks this morning. Thank goodness, finally. Now, it's not resolved, but they are making headway, which is awesome for the Ukrainians and the poor Russian soldiers who are out there as well. Okay. We're in a daily downtrend. Well, that's not clear. Okay, I'm going to call it a daily uptrend, but it is really giving back a ton. 4 hours approaching oversold. And your daily supports are 975. You're breaking that in pre-market. But I would like a dip buy of 963 as a good risk to reward right here. I think that makes sense. So all the names that were running up because of the war are now, if there is peace talks, they could obviously reverse and come back down. And that means the fertilizer names, the commodity names, the energy names, the war defensive names like Lockheed Martin. Okay, I'm just watching the market really ramp here. AV check. Well, thank you. So the market likes the peace talk news. Okay, IMPUY. Oh man, that's really illiquid. That's going to be tough, super tough. You got a double bottom. I would say it broke this level by 12 cents, but I'd still call that a daily double bottom at the moment. Bulls are trying to bounce. Oh, what a tough name. Resistance 1612, key support 1465. Rio, let's look at Rio. Rio has covered very well from the dividend dip back here. That $17 dividend dip, it has recovered, not $17. What was the $17 one? Zim was the $17. So this is the $4.79 one. It has recovered very well. Daily uptrend, key support 76.31. This is not happening on a lot of volume, so I don't know if I really trust this candle. Your next support is 7731 and then 7659. Getting a little bit of consolidation here. 7630 is that key support that's kind of standing out here. Yeah, 7630, 7631. Yes, James, oil could be falling on peace talks as well. So all the things that, so Russia supplies the world with a lot of oil. Well, with the sanctions, Russia oil was going to be cut off. So that cuts down the inventory. Well, now if the Russian doors are open again and those sanctions go away, then we have plenty of supply in theory. Good morning, Jorge. Hey, Chris, let's look at Deere. Deere has been amazing. It's pulling back. I don't know that the industrials were necessarily running on war talks. This is just a beautiful move. Had a red day with a bearish engulfing candle. It looks like it just needs a breather. And I would set an alarm for first hourly oversold. Or a potential scalp looking for that daily high or low. You're welcome, Matthew. I will be going over Bitcoin. I go over Bitcoin every morning. Unless I really have a blonde moment, I go over Bitcoin. You think some MJ calls? I like marijuana. I have 2 marijuana names on my list. You're welcome, Jay Stevens. Hey, Michelle. That's true, Chuck. Chuck says he doesn't see sanctions going away anytime soon, even if there is peace. That's true. That was an assumption on my part, but you're right. Hey, Bobo. Hey, James. 3 more minutes before I get started with the indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. And since I have the Bitcoin request, I will be going over this. What's standing out to me, of course, it's a huge bull move. There's nothing bearish about this bull move. I'm just noting the daily 200 MA is overhead at 48,300. And I know in stocks and commodities, the daily 200 MA, some algos can go off in that area and say, okay, when you're approaching it from below, first test, which this is our first test, it sometimes rejects. So I'm just making note of it. We are inside yesterday's range. We've not broken the 4-hour uptrend, or excuse me, we are clearly in an uptrend, but we have not broken the 4-hour resistance from 10 p.m. last night, where on the other hand, Ethereum has. So Ethereum is much stronger, just making note of it. However, also making note that Ethereum is also approaching the daily 200 MA from below. EALE. Nice lower wick of bulls buying the dip at the 8 EMA. We are still inside last week's range, which was a really tight range for a 1-week level. Resistance 2025, support 1942. We're still in that level, in that range, I should say. Hourly, we're pulling back ever so slightly. Your next support's 1947 and resistance is 2006. On Bitcoin, always explicit. Always put your ticker in when you're asking me a question so I know what you're talking about. Yes, we absolutely tested it yesterday and we got an upper wick there. So let me see if I can zoom in on this. You can see it. So you see the 200 MA is right here, the purple line. Right there. And look at this upper wick of profit taking once we touched it. You see that? So that by definition is a rejection. That's where bears are. So bulls are probing liquidity. So think of these wicks as syringes. So they probe into that liquidity overhead. This is a good chart to show this. So here's blocks of Bitcoin to sell up above. Come on. And when that upper wick goes into that block, then the selling happens and it pushes it back down. So a logical place to sell would be when the bulls approach the daily 200 MA, and then that liquidity probe, think of that syringe, it sticks up in that block and then it just pushes it down because all that selling just dumps into it. So I like to call it liquidity probe, and it's a syringe. So you can think of wicks to the downside or to the upside as syringes, just putting their syringe up into that block. Now, each time it tests it, we get rid of supply. Okay, so we tested, we got rid of those sellers. Now, if we continue to test it, we're going to knock out these sellers overhead, and then the bulls can resume their upward mobility. Thanks for your question. It doesn't matter what I think. It really does not matter what I think. If the market's getting frothy, if AMC should be going up 45%, should it? Probably not fundamentally, but it doesn't matter what I think. If there's buyers, it's going to get pushed up. So there is definitely a dash to trash, and folks are buying up what they think is going to have short squeezes. So it doesn't matter what my opinion is. You just stay with the price trend. When a chart shows you who they are, believe them. And majority of the charts I'm looking at are showing me that the bulls are large and in charge. So why fight it? All right. It is 8:31 a.m. Eastern, 6:31 a.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday, March 29th. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and you have found yourself at the pregame show. I'm Chart Gal Lori, part of Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, I would appreciate it at Chart Gal Lori. And what I do here most days, which asterisk most days, went tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, I will be on vacation. There will be no show. So put that in your calendar. No show tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. And again, maybe absence makes the heart grow fonder. We'll see. So what I do here most days is I go over the indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. I try to keep myself organized with notes. And if you're a TCG member, I just copy and paste this and put it over in the chat room so you can mark it up as you see fit. And what we do in the chat room is we post setups that we see, we post news. So we have all of our different members. We have 1,055 of my closest friends, and we like to hang out and trade together. So let's start with ES. It's bulls, 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 and more bulls. And it's going to be like that until it isn't. So don't fight it. So this morning I had this resistance marked up at 45.86. We were pausing at that area. The peace talks just pushed it on through. So when someone says things are getting frothy, look at the larger time frames and ask yourself one question. Is there runway left? Yes, there's runway left. This plane can keep going. Look at this. Our RSI on the weekly is only 56. On the daily, only 64. Look how the bulls have masterfully pushed this up while RSI has gone slightly up to sideways. They've been cooling off RSI all the way up. They have runway left. Now, runway is getting short on the 4-hour. RSI is 76. We are not in blue sky territory, but look at this. Look how they cooled it off sideways as price was going up. And then note these 4-hour EMAs. Look at the SOTIMA, slope of the EMA. The slope, the steeper the slope, the more the bulls are in charge. And when you get that separation between the 8 and 21, it shows that those shorter term time frames are really taking off, and you get that separation. That really shows the exponential parabolic move and the degree to which bulls are buying this dip. So if you're not in long and you're sitting there scratching your head, what the heck do I do with this? So first thing that I always tell you is just go set back burner alerts. And I'm constantly setting back burner alerts. There's one right there. Oil is now oversold on the 4-hour. So I'm constantly setting these alerts for RSI. Yesterday, IWM gave us the most beautiful trade. I posted it in the room. We were looking for a daily higher low, and we had this support of 202.73, and we hit 203.03 within 30 cents. And if you're a TCG member, you can attest that I posted this right at that exact time. We were hitting 203.03, and it gave us an amazing bounce. And if you are trading TNA, this got a 1.64 bounce. If you were trading TNA, you got about a 5.5%, 6% bounce on that hourly oversold alert, looking for that daily higher low. And that's what I teach here. That's what Dan and Jason and Denzi and Lamont, that's what we teach in the room, is we look for names that are in uptrends, and we look for shorter term time frame oversold conditions to go bottom fish those setups. So another thing I wanted to share with you today, I don't talk about often, is swaggy stocks. So we have a lot of these Reddit names running. So if you want to go see, okay, what are they talking about over in Reddit? I don't want to go pull up Reddit. No way, make me, ugh, that's not my jam. But if you don't want to go over there, you can just hop on swaggy stocks. A lot of this is free, and say, okay, what's trending? What has the most volume? All right, GameStop, Tesla, AMC, Tilray, BlackBerry. So if you're a Momo trader, you're going to want swaggy stocks in your life so you can know what's running and what's not. And then if you're an options trader, this is free. So look, you can type in any name. I'm going to type in Netflix. Netflix likes to pen a lot, so I like to look at it. So the max pain on Netflix for this week is 37250. And it is the point, which is right here, where the most pain would be inflicted on call buyers and put buyers. The most pain would be inflicted on them if Netflix were to close Friday at 37250. So don't forget, we have our end of month Thursday and end of quarter. I have seen and witnessed end of quarter window dressing more often than not. Let me say it again. End of quarter window dressing. What does that mean? That's where these institutional or these buyers of stocks, they want to paint that close and that ending so their quarter looks nice and tidy. So they want the quarter to close as strong as possible so they can look good. So typically when you have end of quarter, I'm going to lean bullish. So remember that the crazy old lady said, end of quarter window dressing, to be looking for that on Thursday for potential bullish closes on the quarter and the month. Because I won't be here to say it because I'm going to be on vacation tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. All right. Silver's getting slammed. Okay. Yeah, if y'all could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. So the reason my show is only 25 minutes because Dan goes live at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Eastern in the room, and he goes for about an hour and a half. He answers our members' ticker requests. So even if I'm not going to be live tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, but if you have chart requests and you're a TCG member, you can hop over in that room and he will answer your questions. All right, so ES, just keep it on the hourly, keep it simple, stupid. Life is hard. We don't have to make it harder by fighting all these charts, all right? So your hourly support, 4570, 4565. Keep it simple. Nasdaq, I'm noting we're approaching this daily 200 MA, but the bulls haven't slowed down. I mean, I don't even think they know it's there. So we've broken this resistance of 15068. Your next resistance, 15260. That'll be key. 15260 for Nasdaq. It's literally the most important 5 digits of the whole market is watching QQQ, and I prefer QQQ futures, which is Nasdaq, and that is the level. Okay, so if it's the level, then let me go set an alert because I want to know when we get near it. All right, the Hang Seng is up 1%. Germany's up almost 3%. We tend to walk lockstep with Germany a lot. So paying attention to that is a big move up. And when you're saying, gosh, we're so overbought on shorter term timeframes, look at those larger term timeframes. We have plenty of runway left. So don't get overly too frothy, too fast, too soon, all of that stuff. Okay, we still have a triple top on IWM. So is IWM telling us the bridge is out and there is no more runway left here? They can't get over 50 RSI on the weekly. They have that triple top. Is IWM going to hold the market back? I don't see how IWM can remain stagnant and have this triple top overhead when you have names like AMC, GameStop. It's larger components that are within the Russell and they are flying. I don't see how it's going to hold RTY back, but let's see. Aw, thanks, Jay. Thank y'all. Y'all are so kind. Yep, VIX is at 32 RSI, but I have a chart for that. Let's look at the VIX. This is what's happening, my friend Jorge. We've gone from fear straight to FOMO. And it happens so often. And that's why I love longer term UVIXI dated puts, especially on this double top. It was brilliant. I actually missed this one. But when we had these big spikes of fear, typically if you go out 3 to 4 months, barring any World War III, you can typically get a good fade on UVIXI because it has inherent decay. You buy those puts out and they tend to be a winner more often than not. So it's just, I understand that the daily RSI is 32 on VIX, but no one told the market bulls. Right now, there's just no sign of a bounce and no fear. Look at that, no fear. We had this little anomaly yesterday with this spike on that the poisoning news, and then it came straight back down. It is melting, absolutely melting faster than ice cream on cement on a summer day. It is just melting. So VIX, there's no fear in this market right now. And I will be watching the P-Call ratio today as well. I actually have to go get my nails done and hair done, so I won't be watching as much as I would like, but I usually bring my computer to those appointments anyway. All right, let's go look at YM. So YM, we've broken through this level at 35,060. Your next resistance is 35752. Let me make sure I covered everything. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation. And I forgot the Trader Pro alert system. We have a free trial for a month. The code, free trial. That's the code. Okay, so let me pull this up. Over here. The Trader Pro alerts, you can get started and you can choose a month. You can create an account. I have an account, so I'm not going to pull this up. You'll see all my personal information, but you can use free trial and try out Trader Pro alerts. Those are crypto alerts. That's part of the TCG family of services or suite of services, and you can try that out. All right. And I'm with Dan. Selling stuff sometimes is not that fun, but it's super fun when it's free, because what's the harm in it? Nothing. You do have to put a little time setting up the alerts, but they're well worth it. Especially if you're a crypto, of course, if you're a crypto trader. Okay, I don't know. What word did I say again, Brandon? Oh, cement. Sorry, my accent, I know. I know. Trust me, my kids tell me all the time. Okay, fighting the daily 200 MA overhead, YM and Nasdaq are fighting that. However, 4-hour and hourly is fully in control. Bulls are in control. Bitcoin, we have that daily 200 MA overhead, 4-hour inside bars, and hourly EQ. So let's go look at it again. If you missed my earlier analysis, we got to get through 48240. Any chart that you're watching, if bulls are holding the hourly EMAs, stay freaking long. Make your life easier. Life's hard. Make it easy. Cement. And I don't even know what I said. That's the crazy part. All right, gold. Gold is melting. So people flock to gold as a hedge to their assets when they're fearful. So just as we see the fear leaving the market in VIX, fear, oh, cement. Oh yeah, ice on cement. Yeah, my kids make fun of the way I say that too. Okay, now I remember. Concrete. Okay. So we have broken the support of 1895. Your next support is 1884 and 1878. 4-hour is oversold. You see, I have an alert there, and I got that one earlier. We are oversold on gold on the 4-hour, and we have lost our daily uptrend. 1895. And we broke the last line of defense. However, on the weekly, we're still looking for a higher low. So typically when you're 4 hours oversold, it's a great place to look for that weekly higher low. Next support, 1878. Oh my God, that's so funny. Thank y'all for making me laugh today. Okay, so on oil, we are looking for a weekly higher low compared to 93.53. We are looking for a daily higher low above 93.53. And typically, hourly oversold is good for daily higher low, and 4-hour oversold is good for weekly higher low. Well, we have 4-hour oversold looking for a daily higher low. So oil is, what's the opposite of frothy? The beat down. Oil's getting the beat down. It is looking mighty scrumptious around here. So we have the API estimates after hours at 4:30, and we have oil inventory tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So don't forget that if you're trading oil. Oil is definitely getting interesting down here. Nat gas. Okay, nat gas, we have a potential 4-hour bull flag. I'm interested in this one long. We broke this support 5345. We hit 5328. So we broke it by 2 pennies without a lot of follow through yet. So let's see how this resolves. Again, on the daily, we're looking for a higher low. And hourly's oversold. I'm interested in nat gas and oil at these areas. Sorry, y'all, I have to remove your comments if they're kind of not appropriate for all ages, because I get pictures of y'all are watching my show with your kids. So I want to definitely keep this kid friendly. Okay, so 17665 is our key resistance. And guess where we are? We're right there. Knocking on the door. You hear the door knock? We are right there knocking on 17665 on Apple. Yes, this chart's extended. Okay, you can stop knocking now. All right, my little soundboard. So we closed the day with a daily bullish engulfing, but look at this RSI, 64. We've got room on the runway. And then 17718 is your next resistance. I like Apple long because look at it. Look at this. Hourly moving averages, including the 50 MA, have been supporting price for 9 days. And when it breaks, it'll be notable. Didn't they, Jay Stevens? Yeah, my husband and I watched that basketball game. They played their hearts out. AMC. So AMC had a big day. I have no emotional attachment to charts, like literally no emotional attachment. So I don't look at these and get FOMO or JOMO. I get JOMO, joy of missing out, because I don't trade these names typically, but it is what it is. So on the daily, on a potential 4-hour bull flag, if we draw our support from the pre-market low yesterday to the after hours high, 2643 would need to hold in order for a 4-hour bull flag to be on the table. 2643. You have support now at 2763, resistance 2880, 2960. So I'm calling AMC a ninjas only trading instrument. I'm expecting more volatility today. I'm expecting tightening ranges to give us that volatility, breakout or breakdown. So I think it's going to give you some nice scalping opportunities for those experienced, consistently profitable traders. If you are a newer trader or intermediate trader who's inconsistently profitable, I would stay away from names like AMC like they're the plague. I would not get near them. CCJ, this is a uranium name. It's been getting some bull momo because of the war, so it may get pushed down a little bit lower than we think it can go. However, a daily higher low is the most likely scenario, and it may take 4-hour oversold to get there. So I have my alert set for 4-hour oversold, looking for a dip buy on CCJ. CLVR. Okay. Y'all know when I give y'all a small cap that's went down 50% yesterday, that it's a ninjas only. You know immediately it's for experienced traders only, because this will, I'm not going to say that. This will eat you up and spit you out. Okay, I'm going to say it. So we have a daily gap fill at $1.73. You see that little orange line there? That is a gap fill. I have an alert set for $1.73. We have a daily inside bar here. And I have my alert set for hourly oversold, and I have my alert set for gap fill. I'm interested in either during regular trading hours, not pre-market. I think this name is going to give us some amazing volatility today. And listen to my words carefully. Amazing volatility. Did I say amazing bull run? No. Amazing bear move to the downside? No. I think it's going to give us amazing volatility. And I think this is going to be a great name to trade today, and wait for tightening ranges and wait for a place to put your fishing pole in. I'm just telling you, the fish are biting over here, but you got to wait. You got to use the right bait, the right edge, the right setup to go get your fish. All right. I have my alert set again for gap fill at $1.73 and hourly oversold. Coop got a downgrade, top fish setup, but I'm not interested in this setup if the market is going ballistic. Not interested in the slightest. So this is only if the market were to be pulling back. I think a top fish of 107, either 104.90 or 107 makes sense. We got a base forming here. So I like a top fish of Coop, but only if the market's pulling back. IWM. So IWM. Sorry, I read y'all's notes. I know y'all can tell when I read the notes because I just get totally sidetracked. Potential hourly bull flag. And that's breaking bull. That's breaking bull to the upside. 208.79. I like a pullback buy of IWM, especially with all these Reddit names running. I'm going to set my alert for first 5-minute oversold after this bull push up. And that's probably the clearest setup I can give you right now on IWM, but I like it to the long side, breaking through that weekly triple top. NEO, I like it to the long side, looking for this daily higher low, and then I zoom into the hourly, and I have two fishing spots at 2090 and 2032. I doubt we make it to 2032 with this type of market strength, but I'm looking for a pullback to hourly EMAs in this area to dip by NEO. Tilray. It had an hourly head and shoulders pattern here, but that looks to be breaking to the bull side. We have a squeeze. Look how we were holding 50 RSI during regular trading hours. That's such a good clue of bull strength. So yesterday's low, 761. 761. That is the level to hold for bulls to remain in control of this chart. We're looking for that 4-hour higher low to be set. Looks like they're trying to set it, and they need to get over the high of yesterday. Tesla, what can you say? Just a beautiful bull chart. Beautiful. Your next resistance, 111560. So we are daily overbought on this one. So a lot of those other names we weren't, did I say oversold? We weren't overbought, but Tesla is. Tesla may be running out of runway here. So I would wait for tightening ranges to top fish. You could top fish 1125, but if the market's going up, don't try to short these names. They'll rip your face off. Just let it be. XLF. Thanks, Blue Dog. I appreciate it. There's CCJ, hourly oversold. And finally, XLF is a bullish setup. And your resistances are 39.80 and 39.94. And we're breaking through that right now in pre-market level. Your next resistance would be 40.41. This is a bullish chart. Looking for that daily higher low to be set, and we're setting it already in pre-market. I want to see it happen during regular trading hours. And with the US 10-year flying like it is, that's very bullish for XLF. NTR. Yep, that's because of so whatever names were flying on war news that were bullish on war news are going to be the opposite on peace talks. So names like NTR. So this is news related. So this RSI can get a whole lot more extended than you think it can, because it's not just getting oversold for a technical break. This is news related. So just remember that. Don't dip by too soon. Hold back, have some restraint, because it can really go down a lot further than you can. It can go down farther than you can remain solvent as a bear. That's what I was trying to say. Support 98.85, 97.70. $101.80 resistance, and then 105. Let me show you a chart that I had on my list today. But with the war news, the peace talks this morning, I took it off. So this is a cybersecurity name. It got a big upgrade this morning. So I was bullish this name. Okay, we have the war going on, and cyber attacks are a real possibility that are on the table. This name has been bullish because of it. So war talks made this name. Look at that. Look at that move. Then the peace talks happened, and I took this off the list. I'm like, nope, I don't want any part of that, because I can't short it. It got to upgrade in this strong chart. I can't short it, but I definitely don't want to go long with peace talks, and the war talks is what was driving it up. So just kind of remember that it's kind of bad news, good news, and good news is bad news. For some of these stocks, you have to remember that inverse relationship. Again, if you don't follow me on Twitter, please do at Chartgal Lori. And if you could hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested in the Trader Pro alert system to try it out for a month, you can use code free trial. And don't forget, I'll be on vacation tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, and I will be thinking about each and every one of you. And I know that y'all know I will. You're welcome, Chris. Okay, NVIDIA and game, and then I'm going to call it a day and a week. I'm going to do the same thing for game that I did for AMC. Let's figure out what a bull flag level would be. 17853 needs to hold in regular trading hours on the hourly in order for a 4-hour bull flag to stay alive. 17853. You're going to have, this is ninjas only. Your support 18125, resistance 18680. And then what was the other one? That NVIDIA. Wisco, let me go look at GameStop. Delta. I'm not worried about the delta. I'm worried about the implied volatility. No way. No way. Look at that 300% on calls. No, thank you. That is not viable for options trading. No way, no how. I am only an option seller when that premium is that high. I will miss you too. Okay, one more. NVIDIA looks good. Okay, we're breaking through this resistance. Yep, we're through that resistance. So your next resistance, $300 psychological, $294.16, then $300 psychological, then 307.11, confirming that daily bull flag. Beautiful chart. And your support from pre-market 283, 281.81. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Go follow me on Twitter at Chartgal Lori. TCGers, I will see you in the room, and I'll be going live midday today, as always, at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, noon Eastern. All right.